Hello students, how are you? Hope you are fine. Today we are going to learn new chapter from social science of 7th standard. Okay? So before diving into the class, let me request you, please students, please stay home and stay safe. Okay, how can you be safe? It's very simple. You can follow the guidelines and rules related to COVID pandemic. Right students? Can I trust you? Yes? Okay. Are you ready to dive into the class of civics? Yes? Now, I'll show you some images. See, you can see an image of traffic police, a school, children wearing mask and how correctly to wear a mask. Okay? Now, the duty on your part is to recognize, club all together these images and recognize what they are telling you. Okay? Can you do it, children? Yes. Okay. Now, take a first image, that is of traffic police. Yes. So, what are the rules that we have to follow when we are moving on a road? What are the rules that are related to roadways? Yes, students, one by one. Yeah. So, if we are moving on a two-wheeler, we have to wear a helmet, right? Yes. Next. Yes. So, if we are moving on a car, we have to put a seat belt, right students? Good. Next. Yes, obviously. While crossing the road, we have to cross on the zebra crossing, right? And even I think you people have seen the traffic signal also, right students? Each color in the traffic signal indicates one or the other rule, right? Yes. Okay. Now, we will move to the second image, that is of school. What are the rules that we have to follow in schools? Yes, we have to go on time, right students? You have to wear uniform. You have to complete your classwork, homework. You have to follow your teachers and overall you have to maintain a discipline in a school, right students? Yes. Now, let's move to the third image, that is, you can see here some children are wearing mask. This image is very much suitable to today's scenario, right students? See this? Yes. So, now not only the image we have to wear a mask, even we have to follow the correct way of wearing the mask, right students? So, now club all together, club these images all together and tell me what you can get it from this. What idea do you get from this? Yes? Can anyone guess? Okay, no problem. These are images tells us that we have to follow rules, right students? Do you get now? Yes. See students, wherever we go, wherever we move, there are certain rules and regulations that we have to follow, right? Whether it is school, whether you are in family, at family we have to follow certain norms, right students? Yes. So, wherever we go, we have to follow certain rules and regulations. Don't you think students, to be in a nation or to run a country, we need to follow certain rules and regulations? Don't you think? Yes, we have to follow certain rules and regulations to be in a nation as well as to run a nation. Okay? Those rules and regulations or laws are written in a book called Constitution. Okay? Do you get now? In today's class, we are going to study about our Constitution. Before starting explaining you, let me start with the competencies. So, at the end of this chapter, dear students, you will be able to understand the meaning and importance of the Constitution. Okay? And as well, you will be understanding the preamble of the Constitution. Okay, students? Next, You will also understanding the salient features of the constitution, and as well you will understand the profile of persons who were involved in drafting of the constitution. Next, we will be understanding the concept of republic. Okay, you also understand the need for strengthening ourselves in adopting the principle of secularism in our daily life. In one way you can say you will be understanding about the secularism also, and you also will develop the attitude to respect the constitution. So, these are the competencies that you will learn in this chapter. Now, what is this constitution, students? Constitution is nothing but, it means a set of basic rules followed by a country. It enumerates or mentions one by one the organs of the government. What are the organs of government or branches of government, dear students? Can anyone tell me? Yes. So, there are three organs of the government, that is, one is legislative, then executive, and another is judiciary. So, you will be learning this in the later slides. It not only tells us about the organs of government, but also it tells us the powers and functions of these organs. Okay, students? Okay, and as well it also tells the rights and duties of the citizen of our country. In one way, I can say that this constitution is a reference guide to the government as well the citizens of the country. No one can violate these laws. Okay? Do you think that constitution is important? Yes? Now, let me take you to the importance of the constitution. Why do you think it is important, dear students? Yes, it is very important. Imagine if constitution is not there, then what will be the situation? Imagine there are no rules and regulations. What will be the condition? Okay, take a simple example. Take your school. Imagine there is no rules and regulations in your school. Yes, there will be no uniformity, right? Anyone can come anytime, right, students? In one way I can say there will be no discipline in the school. Is it good, students? No, it is not good. So, in the same way, rules and regulations are very important, okay, to run a nation. Okay, students? One more thing, not only the citizen, but also constitution bounds everyone, like whether it is the president or vice president. So, all ministers and judiciary system are bound by constitution. Okay, students? Now, let us study the importance of the constitution. Okay. It protects the rights of the citizen as all are equal before the law. Okay, students? Now, next, it functions as a reference guide to the duties to be performed by the government. Earlier itself I told you, it is a one kind of reference guide to the government, right, students? Next, it coordinates the functions of the democratic institutions such as legislature, executive and judiciary. So, I can tell that it betters the relation among the legislature, executive and the judiciary. Okay? Now, it also organizes better relations between the government and the individual. So, not only it is based on the legislature, executive and judiciary, not only it betters the relation between these organs, but also it betters the relations between the government and the individual students. Now, you might be thinking what is this legislature, executive and judiciary, right, students? Now, I will explain you in detail what are all this. Let me have a look here. This is a legislative, executive and judiciary. Okay? You can see the images over here. Legislature. What is this legislature, dear students? Can anyone tell me what is this legislature? No idea? Okay, not an issue. So, legislature is nothing but it is one among the organ of the government. Work of legislature is to make laws or change the laws. Okay, student? Now, let us move on to the executive. See, legislature work is to make laws and change the laws, right? But the work of executive is to put those laws into action. Do you get, students? Now, move to the next image, that is judiciary. So, you can know by seeing it, the image itself, you can tell me what it tells you. Yes. So, judiciary has the power to make judgment on law. So, what is the power of judiciary? To make the judgment on those laws. Executive power is to put those laws into action. Right, students? And what is the work of judiciary? To make judgment on those laws. Okay? And I forgot to tell you who comes under judiciary, dear students. Yes? Can anyone tell me? Yes. So, obviously the courts. So, at the district level we have the civil courts, right, students? So, to the state level we have High Court, and to the central level we have the Supreme Court, right, students? Yes. So, those who are related with this, like Chief Justice, judges, lawyers, everyone are bound to judiciary. Okay, students? It's clear? Okay. Shall we move to the another topic? Now, here the question arises, dear students. So far we are studying about the constitution, right? We studied about the meaning, we studied about the importance. Now, the question arises, who prepared this constitution? Can anyone tell me? Have any idea regarding this? Yes? Okay. So, this constitution is prepared by a constituent assembly. You can see the image over here. This is the picture of 1946 when the first meeting was held in our country to make a constitution. Okay, dear students? So, the Constituent Assembly covered totally 299 members, and this assembly was headed by Dr. Babu Rajendra Prasad as its president. Okay, dear students? Now, you came to know who prepared the constitution? Yes, it is the Constituent Assembly who prepared the constitution. So, it was for the first time the meeting was held on 9th December 1946. You can see the image here. Finally, see, to hasten the process of making the constitution, the Constituent Assembly was divided into various committees. One among such committees was a drafting committee. This committee was formed under the chairman of the architect of our constitution. Guess who? Can you guess? Yes, it is Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. See, I told you about Dr. Rajendra Prasad, right? He was the first president of the Constituent Assembly. First meeting was held under his presidency. Dr. Rajendra Prasad was elected as president of drafting committee when the assembly met for the first time. When did it met? On 9th December 1946. And I told you about the Dr. B.R. Ambedkar also. So, the drafting committee was formed under the chairmanship of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. Now, so we studied about the drafting committee. It was not an easy task of framing such a vast country's constitution. Do you think it is easy? No, it is not easy. Overall, it took 3 years to complete the constitution. By means, there were number of changes done, number of amendments done. Finally, on 26th November 1949, the constitution was framed. Okay, it was drafted. But on 26th January 1950, it was approved and adopted by our Constituent Assembly. So, what is this 26th January 1950, dear students? What national festival do we celebrate here? Yes, it is the Republic Day. Right students, you can see the image here. The constitution was adopted on 26th January 1950. Finally, our Constituent Assembly came up with the constitution on this day. So, still we celebrate Republic Day, right? It is to remember the adoption of the constitution, okay? Now, let us look into the next slide, that is preamble, okay? So, what is this preamble, dear students? Preamble is the introductory to this constitution, to this book. It is the first topic that we get into the constitution, okay? The preamble is also considered as the heart of the constitution. So, it is the heart of the constitution. So, we have several terms in this, like we have sovereignty, socialist, justice, freedom, equality, self-respect, fraternity, national integrity, okay. So, all these terms are mentioned in preamble. So, the constitution of our country starts with a phrase called "We, the people of India." So many key terms like sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic, republic, see justice, okay, liberty. Liberty is nothing but freedom of thought, speech, right? Equality, okay. So, and fraternity. Fraternity is nothing but the oneness, feeling of brotherhood, okay. So, it is clear with the preamble, dear students. Preamble is the introductory to the constitution, okay. It starts with the phrase, "We the people of India," and it has several terms like sovereign. What do you mean by sovereign, students? Sovereign is nothing but, see, our country is independent. It is not in clutches of any other external powers or countries, okay. So, it states that our country India is an independent country. It is not under the control of any other country, okay, colonial power. Now, we have socialist, we have secular. Here, secular is what? Secular is nothing but, our country is a secular nation. Here, all religion are treated equally, okay. So, no discrimination is made on the basis of religion. Democratic, what do you mean by democratic? Democratic is nothing but the rule of people. That is, in one way I can say, by the people, for the people and of the people, okay. Then republic. Republic is nothing but, it is the rule of the people. How people are ruling here? By electing the representatives, right. It is not the rule of a king or monarch, okay. Now, justice. So, here everyone are treated equally. Justice is given socially, economically and politically to all its citizens. So, liberty. Liberty is nothing but freedom, okay. So, everyone are free of his thought, his expression, okay. Now, equality. So, as I told you, everyone are equal before law. Nobody is superior or nobody is inferior in front of the government. Everyone are equal, okay. So, fraternity. Once again I am repeating, fraternity is the feeling of oneness, brotherhood, okay. So, one way I can tell, unity in diversity, right students. So, now let us look into the salient features of the constitution, okay. We have a written constitution, then republic, secularism, independent judiciary, election system, universal adult franchise, fundamental rights and duties. So, these are all the silent features which we are looking now in deep, okay. Shall we move on? Yes. Okay. So, let us see what is this written constitution. Written constitution is nothing but, see, Indian constitution is a written form. It is in written form. There will be non-written form also, okay. But our country's constitution is in written form, okay. And one more thing, it is the lengthiest constitution in the world, okay. So, how we will come to know how it is the lengthiest constitution? Earlier, we had 395 articles, 22 parts and 8 schedules. But now, So, as per 2020, there are 448 articles, 25 parts and 12 schedules. Okay. Don't you think it is lengthy, right? Yes, it is a lengthiest constitution of the world. Okay. So, now next silent feature of a constitution is republic. What is this republic? I told you in the preamble itself, right students? Can anyone tell me what is this republic? Yes, our country is a republican state. Mean here there is no rule of a king or monarchy. Okay. So, here who is the ruler? The people are the rulers. How they are ruling? By electing the representatives. Understood students? So, it is a rule of elected representatives by the people. Understood? Have any doubts here? Shall we move to the next slide? Yes. Okay. Now, another feature is judiciary. I told you in the preamble itself. So, judiciary, all are equal before the court of law and have right for justice. So, every citizen is equal in front of law or in before the law. Okay. So, here one more thing, it is independent. Judiciary of our country is independent. Okay. So, the other organs like executive we have and legislative. Neither executive nor the legislature, neither the government nor the state, no one can interfere in the matter of what? Judiciary. It is equal to everyone. Understood students? Yes? Okay. So, we will move to the next one, that is secularism. What is the secularism? There is no religion of a state. No discrimination is made on the basis of religion. Okay? Every religion is treated equally. A citizen can follow any religion according to his choice. Okay? So, here secularism means no discrimination is made on the basis of religion. Okay? Everyone is free to follow his religion on the basis of his choice. Okay? Next, universal adult franchise. So, dear students, what is this universal adult franchise? Have any guess? See the image here. What you can find out here? Yes, there is a voting system, right? This image indicates that all people of India who are above 18 years of age have the right to cast their vote and select their representatives. Okay, this is called universal adult franchise. We will move on to the next feature of our constitution. So, next is election system. What do you think is this election system, dear students? Yes. So, I think you people have seen every 5 years once will have a election, right? So, this election system, the general election system for the first time was held in between 1951 to 52. Okay? From there on, we have periodic elections. Okay? Every 5 years once will be having elections. Elections will be conducted. Okay, dear students? Okay, fine. So, these are the features of the constitution. Okay. Now, we will look into another silent feature of constitution, that is fundamental rights. These are very important, dear students. So, what do you mean by this? What are the fundamental rights? Fundamental rights are the basic rights. So, they are the basic rights given to an individual by the constitution. Okay. See the image here, you can see it. Right to equality, then right to freedom of expression, right against exploitation, right to freedom of religion, cultural and educational right, and right to constitutional remedies. Right to equality. So, the equality, the term itself tells you that everyone are equal before the law. Okay? Understood, students? So, everyone are equal. Okay? So, everyone are treated equally before the law. I told you nobody is superior and inferior in our country. Everyone are on the same scale. Okay? Now, next is right to freedom. So, here it includes right to speech, expression of our thoughts. Okay? Not only that, it also includes being a citizen. You can travel anywhere around India and you can also settle down wherever you like in our country. Okay? So, this is another right, and also you can start institutions and associations. Okay? Anyone can start the institutions and associations. Okay? These are the right to freedom. Now, we are going to look into the right against exploitation. What is this right against exploitation? Our constitution has given a right to the poor sections, poor people, weaker sections. You know who are the weaker sections, dear students? Children, very good. Then? Yes. Women. Then? Yes, obviously the poor. Okay. So, even this weaker section also have the right. If they are getting exploited, they can directly approach the court. Okay. And I can give you few examples regarding this, that is like dowry system. It is a punishable offence now, right students? And not only that, even the child labor is a punishable offence. Okay. So, this is a particular right given to the weaker section. Now, we will move on to the next right, that is right to religion is nothing but it is the freedom given to the individual of our country to adopt or accept any religion according to his choice. Now, cultural and educational right is another fundamental right. Okay. What is this cultural and educational right? Yes. So, people of India can protect their culture, language, okay? As well, even the minorities, they can start institutions, educational institutions. Now, finally, the last one, that is the right to constitutional remedies. And one more thing, dear students, this last right is very important. Okay? Why? I'll tell you. Right to constitutional remedies. So, all these other above said rights are dependent on this right. Mean, if all these 5 rights get violated, you can approach directly to the court. So, that is stated in this right, right to constitutional remedies. Understood? Now, dear student, see, we have fundamental right, or the government or the constitution is thinking about us, but we have certain duties, right? So, there are 11 fundamental duties that we have to follow it. Okay? We will have a recapitulation, we will summarize what and all we studied in today's class. Okay, dear students, now it is a time for question and answer. Okay? Let me check your knowledge. Okay? So, here are the answers. Now, I will give you a home assignment. Write this question plus answers and show to your teachers. Okay? Now, I will give you a activity. You have to do it and show to your subject teacher. Okay? Collect the photographs of the members of the Constituent Assembly. Okay, dear students. Nice taking you class, and okay, go through this. Okay, dear students, I will wind up the class now. Thank you so much.